Well, Andy Cohen is mentioning it all, and he is ready to, set the record straight about this particular housewife. And I know that you probably are thinking about Jill Sarin, but that's not the person that he's talking about. Although he did mention her a little bit. Okay, we just need to talk about this. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, welcome to Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I mention it all. So make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are part of the old crew and you have not done it yet, please go to the notification bell, turn it off, and turn it on again. Okay, go to my other YouTube channel, my podcast. It's called Pop Smash by the Real Andy. I drop a new episode on Saturday, so please go and watch it, and we're gonna have a lot of fun over there. All right, guys, so let's talk about this mess, because Andy Cohen is finally breaking his silence about the rumors that Amanda Francis from The Real Housewife of Beverly Hills is leaving the show, or that she quit the show mid-filming, or all of the rumors that were going around and what is really happening. So I think yesterday or the day before, I don't remember, we talked, because it was everywhere, that allegedly Amanda Francis had quitted The Real House of Beverly Hills, that she stopped filming, in the middle of the season, and that she was not gonna return, and that it was it for her, and that was it, and it, for some reason, it kind of really spread like wildfire. It was everywhere, even though we didn't have any confirmation from Bravo, any confirmation from Amanda. It was very weird. Right then, Amanda kind of finally broke her silence and said that it was not true, that she still was gonna go to What Happens Live, that she had the reunion, confessionals, that she had everything lined up on her agenda, and that was pretty much what she said. Right now, it's interesting because Amanda just did an interview, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But let's go into what Andy Cohen said first. Andy Cohen is setting the record straight, saying that it is not true whatsoever. Okay, that he has no idea where or how this rumor actually started, because there has not been any indications that Amanda was actually quitting the show. That actually she was very professional. She filmed the whole show. She did the whole thing. She's gonna be on the Italy trip. She's gonna the whole thing. In fact, today we got the mid-season trailer for The Real House of Beverly Hills, and she is in there. Okay, we definitely saw finally Sutton doing something. When she screams at Dorit Kemsley, and we are seeing almost everyone kind of turning in to Dorit, basically saying we are tired of your stupid ass behavior. Okay, Erica Jane goes against Dorit, Kyle Richards goes against Dorit, Sutton goes against Dorit, Amanda goes against Dorit. I think everyone is just tired of the whole situation with Dorit, because now her secret agenda is becoming more and more clear of what she actually is doing, and how she's hiding everything behind her divorce, basically. Anyways, Andy Cohen says, yeah, it is not true. She's there. And Andy actually says that he is very happy with Amanda, and that people need to chill the F up, and that people need to give her a chance, because Amanda is a really good housewife. Those are Andy Cohen's words, And I feel, Andy Cohen likes to be controversial, he did the same with Stacey Rush on Potomac. And guess what? Stacey ended up being a really good housewife. And, at the end of the day, I personally trust Andy Cohen a lot, he might not be perfect and make some mistakes here and there with some housewives sometimes. But in general, he has gave us really great housewife, and I think he has the eye of what is going on. I have been trying to tell you this from the beginning of this show, because Amanda in general has been receiving a lot of backlash, right? And I'm look, I understand that this might not be your perfect housewife, but she does have what it takes to be a housewife, except for the part that she needs a little bit of more experience into what reality TV really is, on how reality TV really works, right? But I think for her first season, she's actually standing her ground. I have seen comments of like, why is she a housewife? What does she has that is so special? Well, at the end of the day, she has connections, because even if it was just by buying Kyle Richards' house, she already have a connection over there with Kyle, and she has the money to maintain the lifestyle, which to me is very important because I'm tired of seeing broadcast housewife, okay? So the fact that she has the money, even though she is throwing that money into our faces all the time, at least she has the money to do it, right? I have a feeling that if she comes back next season, she will not be as, how you say that, like exaggerated, with like putting brands and money, in everyone's faces. I think it's a lot of like, of course, new money behavior, and then I think it gets, you need to get to the point of being part of the actual society of Beverly Hills to understand those little rules. And that you just don't do that because it doesn't look well, to start being all the time like, oh yeah, I have this, yes, this is like $3,000, yes, oh, and this, yes, this is actually $65,000. Like, it's tacky AF, right? But in general, I do like the way that she's pressing these women, because it's really giving storylines, okay? So that part right there is going to be really good, really interesting to watch. And I think that there is a place for Amanda on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. However, the only thing that I am wondering is, I saw a recent interview from Amanda with Bryce Sanders, from Entertainment Tonight. And she kind of like allude to the idea that she did not enjoy filming the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, She says, and she kind of like talk on words that it sounds like she might not want to return to for another season, right? Which is very interesting. She says that she has never, being in a position where she has to like defend herself or defend certain situations, or literally being attacked in the middle of a dinner with other women. And that's where I'm like, girl, this is Real Housewives. You have to know, unless you have not watched one episode, which I don't believe it, you should have understood the fact that confrontation is part of the show. If you are not a confrontative, is that a word? Let's see in a moment, guys, person, then you're gonna have a really, really bad time, because this is what happened. You need to be able to stand your ground. You need to be able to say shit to these girls' faces. Otherwise, they will eat you up, especially people with big energy like Erica Jane or Bosoma St. John. You need to, or Dorit Kemsley, you need to be able to, like, if this bitch screams, I'm going to scream louder. Not, I'm just gonna stay quiet because, this is not what I do. No, bitch, okay? You can be as classy as you want, but if someone is pressing you in the middle of a dinner, you take that glass of water and throw it into her face, okay? You go next to the pool and push that bitch into the pool, okay? What I will give to see someone pushing Dorit into like Kathy Hilton's pool, can you imagine that scene right there? Girl, that would be reality TV history, okay? One of the few things that we gave, for example, to Margaret Josephs is when she pushed that guy into the pool, remember? Because that was it. Real Housewife it's about, okay? Yes, we love lifestyle, we love class, we love, inspirational life, we love good storylines, but drama will always have to be dramating all the time, okay? So Amanda, doing this interview, she was like, she literally said it. It was not fun filming the show. And I'm starting to think, does this mean that she might actually quit the show after the show is over? Because Andy Cohen kind of like left the door open into saying, if it's up to me, I'm gonna bring her back for a second season. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to get all the tea related to the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills or any of the other Bravo shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.